All right, there's our reaction. You notice it's not balanced. At this point, some of them will be balanced and some of them will not. Eventually, we'll give you reactions where we don't balance them, nor do we write them. You will write them, then you will balance them, and then eventually at the very end, you will predict them. But right now, we're starting out baby steps. So that is your reaction. So why don't we balance this first? Notice I put the symbols there. It's a solid piece of magnesium. Put that into hydrochloric acid. It dissolves, the magnesium does, and it becomes a salt dissolved in water, and then you get the hydrogen gas, just like we did with zinc in the lab, except this time it's magnesium. So let's see, we have one magnesium, one magnesium. Let's save the hydrogen, 1 chlorine, 2 chlorines. Okay, now we have 2 chlorines, 2 hydrogens. We already have 2 hydrogens, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2 chlorines, 2. Okay, it's balanced. Now we can get started. All right, so we're finding out how many grams of hydrochloric acid. We said we would stop right there, and we're finding grams, so we want that. Grams of that. So let's go down here and write grams of hydrochloric acid. And we are given, let's keep reading, are consumed by the reaction of 2.5 moles of magnesium. So 2.5 moles of magnesium. Moles. And we said we would, once again, you can do this any way you want. You don't even have to do what I'm doing, but I'm going to do this. Because what that's doing is that's telling me that I have moles, I'm going to grams. This is not 3 steps, nor is it 1 step. It's 2 steps. Okay. So 2.5 moles of magnesium. 2.5. Now, did they give us 2.50? Yes, they did. That's going to be important at the end. So 2.50 moles of magnesium. Let's put the unit there. And once again, if you don't put magnesium, the word magnesium, the unit, then you won't be able to follow it across. So moles, mg. Okay, automatically, that's going down here. Moles of mg. Okay, and we are finding grams of hydrochloric acid. That's down there, so we can safely put this right there. Okay, now we've talked about this before. We had a quiz over this. What's going to go in these 2 spots? Well, we said every time you're doing a conversion with grams, it's always going to be per 1 mole. So we might as well go down here and write that. We might as well put moles of hydrochloric acid, and it's going to be 1 mole of hydrochloric acid. Now, we said that when we had Avogadro's number, when we had mass, it was per 1 mole, but this time we already have a mole. And so we can't go over here and put 1 mole. What this means is we're doing a mole-to-mole conversion, like we talked about. So that's hydrochloric acid. We're going to need same unit. Remember, unit goes here. This unit came from up here, so we know it's going to be moles of hydrochloric acid. How many moles of hydrochloric acid? Well, let's look at the reaction. It's going to tell us these answers. We're not going to create this on our own. We're getting this from the reaction. Remember, when it comes to the mole ratio, that comes from the reaction. No calculations, no periodic table, no Avogadro's number, no 22.4 liters Avogadro's molar volume. we look here and it says HCl 2. It says magnesium 1. Okay, that part's done. We have one thing we have to do, and that is we have to get the grams of hydrochloric acid in a mole of hydrochloric acid, and the only place you can get grams is from the periodic table. So you would go over there and you would say hydrogen 1.01 and chlorine 35.5, and I believe that's what they have that rounded to. I'm sorry, 35.45. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to try to be kind of more precise this time. So 1.01, 35.45. That'll give you 36.46. So there you have it. Now, if you want to make life easy, go ahead just to be sure you're right. Does everything cancel the way it should? Okay, moles of magnesium are gone. Moles of hydrochloric acid. We're left with grams. That's what we want. Can we cancel any numbers out? Well, we have ones on the bottom, so we really don't need to cancel them because we're not going to do anything with them. So we're left with 2.5 times 2 times 36.46. That would be 5 times 36.46. So let's see what that is. 5 times 36.46, and we get 182.3. We want 3 sig figs. That's what was in our question. So 182.3 becomes 182 grams of hydrochloric acid. And that is it. That would be an example of moles 2 grams. All right, I'm going to stop this. I'll set up one where you go from grams to moles, and then I will use the videos for the other 2.